So, Kristin, I already say your name, but what is your full name, and what do you do for HHS?
Kristin Dubs, ongoing caseworker for child protection.
And I'm Elvin and Cuevas, and I'm also an ongoing caseworker with child protection teams. Well, I personally I was doing this job work in Michigan. I got a degree in criminal justice, and I thought that I wanted to be a police officer. And senior year of college, I didn't like my schoolmates very much. So I finished my degree, but then I went into child welfare instead. Started off doing juvenile justice, and then I switched over to child protection in 2008, and I've been doing that ever since.
I got started in it by chance, actually, and was 2010. I applied for a job at a different county and got hired as an ongoing child protection worker, and I just stuck with it ever since.
So how long have you worked for Boulder County?
2 years.
And where were you from originally?
Nebraska.
What part of Nebraska?
Central Nebraska.
What part of central Nebraska?
The Tri-City area.
What is the Tri-City area? What are the three cities in the Tri-City area?
I'm from Wood River, Nebraska.
Wood River, Nebraska. That sounds like a hoot. Wait, what brought you to Boulder County?
Actually, it's the lifestyle in Boulder County and the more open-mindedness and also the healthy atmosphere that they provide. That's the reason why I came here.
And what do you like to do when you're not slaving away and ongoing?
Travel. That's one of my biggest things, even if it's in-state or out of country. I love traveling.
I have been here 5 years. Wait, 5+ years actually. This will be 6 here in a couple of months.
And when you're not at work, what do you like to do?
When I am not at work, I like to read. I'm a big reader. I haven't read Harry Potter, but I have read other books. So I read a lot. And then, the typical Colorado hipster stuff, the hiking and the nature and the breweries and all of that good stuff. So, typical normal stuff. What is something people would be surprised to know about you?
I am distantly related to 2 former presidents and 1 former vice president.
And who are these?
Well, George Bush Sr. and Jr., obviously. And then Vice President Fairbanks.
Who's Vice President Fairbanks?
Who's way back, like president number 20 or whatever.
All right, I'm going to have to look that up. Something that you would be surprised to know about me. That I'm not cocky. Also, I spent some time in the Marine Corps. And who or what is your biggest inspiration and why?
I actually have several. One would be Alice Paul, and she's the one who worked for women's suffrage and got voting rights for women. Another one is John Newman, who is obviously the person who wrote the song Amazing Grace, but he has quite a story behind that. It's a really good one. And my other one that's funny is George Carlin, because he changed our freedom of speech laws.
George Carlin, man, he's somebody.
he's funny.
Yep.
Who is your most inspirational person and why?
My mother, and I know that's maybe cliche, but we immigrated here to America when I was 10. I was the oldest of 4, and my mom and dad picked up and moved us here. And it's hard to move 4 kids to New York City, late 80s. The city wasn't that nice back then. And then she, like most mothers do, she had to work and she had to come home and take care of the household and everything else. And you don't realize it when you're a kid, but I just turned 40 not too long ago, and I look back and I don't know that I could take, if I had a family, 4 kids and a husband, and moved to a whole new country with no language and try to make a go of it. Somehow she made it happen, and I'm grateful because of that, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. What kind of music are you into?
I don't really have a set kind of music. I actually like all kinds of music. I guess it depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
I like a lot of music, but what I really like is my native Dominican music, just because I grew up in it, and it reminds me of my family, and it reminds me of home. So like, salsa, merengue, bachata, cumbia, those tropical musical genres. That's what kind of hits home for me. Ooh, since you like travel so much, what fictional place would you most like to go to?
Oh, come on, like Hogwarts. Because it's all the magic.
I haven't read the books, but I hear it's really nice.
If you could turn any activity into an Olympic sport, what would you have a good chance at winning a medal for?
Oh, Lord. I was joking about this earlier. I said being grumpy. But I'm not that grumpy. Well, maybe sometimes. I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I don't know that I have an answer to that. I mean, I like reading, and I read a lot, and I read books quick, but I think a lot of people do that. And I don't know that would be a fun Olympic sport to watch. So yeah, maybe they ever had slow pitch softball. I was pretty good at that when I was younger, hitting some home run derby and slow pitch softball. Yes, that's my answer.
Okay.
I could make a go of it. I don't know that I'm gonna win a gold medal though. So I want to do a small plug for Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Month. That is the entire month of April. We at FCS, we have an event on April 4, which I think by the time this video is up, it would have passed, but it's gonna be like, we're using it as a kickoff event to start doing the promotions for Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Month. So that's April 4 at the Boulder 3400 building, 12 noon, high noon. So we have things planned for that, and we just want to make sure that people are aware that Boulder County, we have a lot of people working in child protection and supporting the child protection caseworkers. So we want to bring awareness to that, to make sure that people understand that we, the county, has a heavy investment in preventing child abuse, and there's a lot of people doing a lot of good work, a lot of hard work to prevent and resolve child abuse issues. So we want to make sure that we continue to get that message out to the community and to the rest of our coworkers. So yeah, Child Abuse Prevention Month 2019, April. Wear blue for the month if you can. And yeah, that's it.